Hey, how's it going, everybody? We I forgot to charge my camera, so we're gonna have to we're gonna have to go with this one. All right, we're decent. We're decent. There's a little bit of there's a tiny bit of latency, but I think that's passable right now. For right now. So today we're gonna be jumping into Ezra chapter 8, and we're going to go up to chapter 10, and that's going to be the end of Ezra. So yesterday, what did we cover? We covered yesterday's Bible reading was really awesome. If you haven't checked that one out, go ahead and check that one out. That was all about. We spent the most time on the timeline and the kings, the Persian kings, and because there was what seemed to be an inconsistency, and so we figured it out. But we also talked about remember in day before yesterday's reading we talked about the halting of the construction of the temple, and we talked about the continuing of it yesterday, and the completion of the temple, and then now Ezra had arrived on the scene. So now we're going to be jumping into chapter 8. This one's entitled Heads of Families Who Returned with Ezra. So let's see what Ezra is about to do. Whoa.
These are the heads of their fathers' houses, and this is the genealogy of those who went up with me from Babylon in the reign of King Artaxerxes. Of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom. Of the sons of Ithamar, Daniel. Of the sons of David, Hattush. Of the sons of Shechaniah, of the sons of Parosh, Zechariah. And registered with him were 150 males. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Elihoenai, the son of Zerahiah, and with him 200 males. Of the sons of Shechaniah, Ben-Jahaziel, and with him 300 males. Of the sons of Adin, Ebed.
Wait. So who are these guys? These are the heads of their fathers' houses. And this is the genealogy of those who went up with me from Babylon in the reign of King Artaxerxes, of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom, and the sons of Ithamar, Daniel, the sons of David, Hattush, blah, 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 blah. Which king Artaxerxes? Basically, if you watched yesterday's reading, you know. Yeah, let me see if my Bible can tell us. This is 8, chapter 1. Not really saying. But it's saying this: these are the heads of their fathers' houses. The list of people who returned to Jerusalem recalls the list of the men for war at the time of the anticipated conquest of the land of Canaan. Let me back it up a little bit.
And with him 200 males. Of the sons of Shechem were 150 sons of Xerxes. Of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom. Of the sons of Ithamar, Daniel.
I'm going to assume Artaxerxes the first.
Of the sons of David, Hattush. Of the sons of Shechaniah, of the sons of Parosh, Zechariah. And registered with him were 150 males. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Elihoenai, the son of Zerahiah, and with him 200 males. Of the sons of Shechaniah, Ben-Jahaziel, and with him 300 males. Of the sons of Adin, Ebed, the son of Jonathan.
And who is this? It says me, right? So is this Ezra writing this? Because at the beginning of this book, right, we read the summary, and that said that they think it could be Ezra, but they're not sure, right? The book of Ezra does not name its author, but Jewish tradition ascribes the book to Ezra, along with the books of Chronicles and Nehemiah. Modern scholars generally agree with this tradition, despite some dissimilarities, blah, 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 blah. So it seems that the overall sentiment is that Ezra wrote Ezra. So if that's the case, then this me is probably Ezra.
And with him 50 males. Of the sons of Elam, Jeshiah, the son of Athaliah, and with him 70 males.
And it says went with me from Babylon, and it's so if it is talking about Ezra, then it's probably written by Ezra because it's used me.
Of the sons of Shephatiah, Zebediah, the son of Michael, and with him 80 males. Of the sons of Joab, Obadiah, the son of Jehiel, and with him 218 males. Of the sons of Shelomith, Ben-Josaphiah, and with him 160 males. Of the sons of Bebai, Zechariah, the son of Bebai, and with him 28 males. Of the sons of Asgad, Johanan, the son of Hakatan, and with him 110 males. Of the last sons of Adonikam, whose names are these, Eliphalet, Jehiel, and Shemaiah, and with them 60 males. Also of the sons of Bigvai, Uthai, and Zabud, and with them 70 males. Now I gathered them by the river that flows to Ahava, and we camped there 3 days. And I looked among the people and the priests, and found none of the sons of Levi there. Then I sent for Eliezer, Ariel, Shemaiah, Elnathan, Jarib, Elnathan, Nathan, Zechariah, and Meshullam, leaders. Also for Joiarib and Elnathan, men of understanding. And I gave them a command for Iddo, the chief man at the place Casiphia. And I told them what they should say to Iddo and his brethren the Nethinim
Where have we
at
heard
the
that name
place
Iddo
Casiphia,
before?
that they should bring us servants for the house of our God. Then by the good hand of our God upon us, they brought us a man of understanding, of the sons of Malai, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, namely Sherebiah, with his sons and brothers,
Ariel
18
is
men.
a Jewish name.
And Hashabiah, and with him Jeshiah, of the sons of Merari, his brothers and their sons, 20 men. Also of the Nethinim, whom David
And we talked about the well, they're about to say it right now.
and the leaders had appointed for the service of the Levites, 220
They generally took care of the more menial tasks, helping out the Levites.
Nethinim. All of them were designated by name. Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might humble ourselves before our God, to seek from him the right way for us and our little ones and all our possessions. For I was ashamed to request of the king an escort of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy on the road, because we had spoken to the king, saying, The hand of our God is upon all those for good who seek him, but his power and his wrath are against all those who forsake him. So we fasted and entreated our God for this, and he answered our prayer. And I separated 12 of the leaders of the priests, Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 of their brethren with them, and weighed out to them the silver, the gold, and the articles, the offering for the house of our God, which the king and his counselors and his princes and all Israel who were present had offered. I weighed into their hand 650 talents of silver, silver articles weighing 100 talents, 100 talents of gold, 20 gold basins worth 1,000 drachmas, and 2 vessels of fine polished bronze, precious as gold. And I said to them, You are holy to the Lord. The articles are holy also. And the silver and the gold are a free will offering to the Lord God of your fathers. Watch and keep them until you weigh them before the leaders of the priests and the Levites and heads of the fathers' houses of Israel in Jerusalem, in the chambers of the house of the Lord. So the priests and the Levites received the silver and the gold and the articles by weight, to bring them to Jerusalem to the house of our God. Then we departed from the river of Ahava on the 12th day of the first month, to go to Jerusalem. And the hand of our God was upon us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy and from ambush along the road. So we came to Jerusalem and stayed there 3 days. Now on the 4th day, the silver and the gold and the articles were weighed in the house of our God by the hand of Meremoth, the son of Uriah the priest, and with him was Eleazar, the son of Phinehas. With them were the Levites, Jozabad, the son of Jeshua, and Noadiah, the son of Binnui, with the number and weight of everything. All the weight was written down at that time. The children of those who had been carried away captive, who had come from the captivity.
Because they have people in charge of everything. They had scribes and everybody. So they had dedicated jobs. So I'm sure like the records were kept well.
Offered burnt offerings to the God of Israel. 12 bulls for all Israel, 96 rams, 77 lambs, and 12 male goats as a sin offering. All this was a burnt offering to the Lord, and they delivered the king's orders to the king's satraps and the governors in the region beyond the river. So they gave support to the people and the house of God.
No, we don't want Leviticus 7. What's going on? Ezra 9.
When these things were done, the leaders came to me.
The people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the peoples of the lands with respect to the abominations of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken some of their daughters as wives for themselves and their sons, so that the holy seed is mixed with the peoples of those lands. Indeed, the hand of the leaders and rulers...
All right, but are they believing and following the practices of those people? Come on, we just built a temple and everything. We got back to Jerusalem, like... Come on now.
Rulers has been foremost in this trespass.
So when I heard this thing, I tore my garment and my robe and plucked out some of the hair of my head and beard.
Ouch.
And sat down astonished. Then everyone who trembled at the words of the God of Israel assembled to me because of the transgression of those who had been...
We haven't really heard a book written in the first person. I feel like this is new.
...carried away captive, and I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. At the evening sacrifice, I arose from my fasting, and having torn my garment and my robe, I fell on my knees and spread out my hands to the Lord my God, and I said, "Oh my God, I am too ashamed and humiliated to lift up my face to you, my God. For our iniquities have risen higher than our heads, and our guilt has grown up to the heavens. Since the days of our fathers to this day, we have been very guilty. And for our iniquities, we, our kings and our priests, have been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, to plunder, and to humiliation, as it is this day. And now, for a little while, grace has been shown from the Lord our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a peg in his holy place, that our God may enlighten our eyes and give us a measure of revival in our bondage. For we were slaves, yet our God did not forsake us in our bondage, but he extended mercy to us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to revive us, to repair the house of our God, to rebuild its ruins, and to give us a wall in Judah and Jerusalem. And now, O our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken your commandments, which you commanded by your servants the prophets, saying, the land which you are entering to possess is an unclean land, with the uncleanness of the peoples of the lands, with their abominations which have filled it from one end to another with their impurity.
Let me kill this thing. Give me one second. Sorry about that. Man, that's disgusting. There's so many stink bugs outside. I don't know how one got in. I mean, I probably do. They're on my door. So when I open the door, I don't know, it probably crawled in. Ugh. All right, let's keep going.
Abominations which have filled it from one end to another with their impurity. Now, therefore, do not give your daughters as wives for their sons, nor take their daughters to your sons. And never seek their peace or prosperity, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it as an inheritance to your children forever. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great guilt, since you, our God, have punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and have given us such deliverance as this, should we again break your commandments and join in marriage with a people committing these abominations? Would you not be angry with us until you had consumed us, so that there would be no remnant or survivor? O Lord God of Israel, you are righteous, for we are left as a remnant, as it is this day. Here we are before you, in our guilt, though no one can stand before you because of this.
Basically, what he's saying is, yes, I see. I know. I'm ashamed that we have sinned, and I mean, if you seek to punish us, we can't say anything. You know, we know we did wrong.
Now, while Ezra was praying, and while he was
I mean, the thing is, they've been away from God for so long. You know, they just recently rebuilt. They were in Babylon. They came back. They recently rebuilt the temple. Even prior to that, they lost the book of the law of Moses and all this stuff, like falling in love with somebody and marrying them. Probably wouldn't even seem like a bad thing, you know? So they don't, I guess they don't understand the gravity of it, how much God doesn't want them to do it, because the people haven't had that relationship with God in a long time. I mean, God has said it multiple times over and over and over again, but not to this generation, right? Yeah, man. You guys hear that? All right, it stopped. Okay, good. That scared me. Okay, let's keep going.
Confessing, weeping, and bowing down before the house of God, a very large assembly of men, women, and children gathered to him from Israel. For the people wept very bitterly. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, spoke up and said to Ezra,
"We have trespassed against our God, and have taken pagan wives from the peoples of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel in spite of this. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant with our God to put away all these wives and those who have been born to them, according to the advice of my master, and of those who tremble at the commandment of our God. And let it be done according to the law. Arise.
What?
For this matter is your responsibility. We also are with you. Be of good courage, and do it."
Do what?
Then Ezra arose and made the leaders of the priests, the Levites, and all Israel swear an oath that they would do according to this word.
What's the word?
So they swore an oath.
Okay.
Then Ezra rose up from before the house of God and went into the chamber of Jehohanan, the son of Eliashib. And when he came there, he ate no bread and drank no water, for he mourned because of the guilt of those from the captivity. And they issued a proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem to all the descendants of the captivity, that they must gather at Jerusalem, and that whoever would not come within 3 days, according to the instructions of the leaders and elders, all his property would be confiscated, and he himself would be separated from the assembly of those from the captivity.
But what about the wives and their offspring?
So all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered at Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th of the month, and all the people sat in the open square of the house of God, trembling because of this matter, and because of heavy rain. Then Ezra the priest stood up and said to them,
Yeah, I mean, like, the whole vibe is negative, right? The atmosphere is probably tense because of what's happening. They're going to have to imagine. Okay, see, yes, they're pagans, right? They might be sinful and all that stuff, but they probably love each other, right? They have kids with each other. The kids don't know what's going on, you know? So they have to split up with their wives. The wives are probably freaking out. They're all sad. The kids, what's going to happen to the kids? So, and it's raining on top of that, so it's just like not a good time.
You have transgressed and have taken pagan wives, adding to the guilt of Israel. Now, therefore, make confession to the Lord God of your fathers, and do his will. Separate yourselves from the peoples of the land, and from the pagan wives.
Then all the assembly
So they're going to send them off.
said with a loud voice,
Yes,
I was scared they're going to kill
as
him
you have
off.
said, so we must do.
But there are many people. It is the season for
Yeah,
heavy
they're not going to
rain,
survive out there.
and we are not able to stand outside. Nor is this the work of 1 or 2 days, for there are many of us who have transgressed in this matter. Please, let the leaders of our entire assembly stand, and let all those in our cities who have taken
That's crazy. You know, like how people usually feel safe in numbers. Look, everybody's doing it. They can't punish all of us. God's like, no. You did wrong. You're going to pay the penalty.
pagan wives come at appointed times, together with the elders and judges of their cities, until the fierce wrath of our God is turned away from us in this matter.
What if the pagan wives and the kids want to convert? You know, what if they have a change of heart and they don't worship their idols and practice their pagan ways? What happens in those cases? Maybe if this comes out, if this works, see, please let the leaders of our assembly stand, and let all those in our cities who have taken pagan wives come at appointed times together with the elders and judges of their cities. So maybe they'll have time to plead their cases.
Only Jonathan, the son of Asahel, and Jehaziah, the son of Tikvah, opposed this, and Meshullam and Shabbathai the Levite gave them support. Then the descendants of the captivity did so, and Ezra the priest, with certain heads of the fathers' households, were set apart by the fathers' households, each of them by name. And they sat down on the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. By the first day of the first month, they finished questioning all the men who had taken pagan wives.
Okay.
And among the sons of the priests who had taken pagan wives, the following were found of the sons of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and his brothers: Maaseiah, Eleazar, Jarib, and Gedaliah. And they gave their promise that they would put away their wives. And being guilty, they presented a ram of the flock as their trespass offering. Also of the sons of Immer, Hanani, and Zebediah. Of the sons of Harim, Maaseiah, Elijah, Shemaiah, Jehiel, and Uzziah. Of the sons of Pasha, Elioenai, Maaseiah, Ishmael,
Wow, they're really
Nathanael,
putting...
Jozabad, and Elisah.
Dang, they were like, you sinned. Your name's going down on the record. What?
Also of the Levites, Jozabad, Shimei, Kiliah, the same as Kelita, Pethahiah, Judah, and Eliezer.
The Levites
Also
did
of
it
the singers, Eliashib, and of the gatekeepers, Shallum, Telem, and Uri, and others of Israel, of the sons of Perush, Ramiah,
What's up with the
Jesiah,
music?
Malchiah, Mijamin, Eleazar, Malchijah, and Benaiah, of the sons of Elam, Mattaniah, Zechariah, Jehiel, Abdi, Jeremoth, and Eliah, of the sons of Zatu, Elioenai, Eliashib, Mattaniah, Jeremoth, Zabad, and Aziza, of the sons of Bebai, Jehohanan, Hananiah, Zabad.
Okay, see, I get that all these people had pagan wives, but did all of them put their wives away? You know, none of their wives were like, okay, you know what, we're going to, you know, convert. I mean, maybe you just can't trust. Because what if something happens in the future? You're just opening the door to spreading paganism throughout the land? I don't know, man. That's kind of... What about the kids, though, you know? You just don't want that blood in there? The holy seed of Judah. You don't want anything to contaminate. You don't want anything to contaminate because it's the line of Jesus. See, this goes hand in hand with the whole that Genesis thing with Noah and, you know, and he had the pure genealogy and all that stuff. And then you can tie that into the whole Nephilim thing. And like, there's so many theories about that over there. But yeah, that's interesting. Like how they want to keep their bloodline pure. So is it literally about their bloodline being pure, or about the practices, the influence of pagan practices? Right? Because what about the kids, you know? You can rear kids to be God-fearing and not, I mean, they don't know. A little baby doesn't know how to pray to an idol and doesn't have like an inherent urge to practice paganism, you know? So it seems like they want to keep the bloodline pure. So what is wrong with the other bloodlines? And was it to keep the bloodline pure all the way to the Messiah? That's interesting. And see, here's the thing where I don't understand with the whole Nephilim theory. Like if they were, you know, if the Nephilims were the giants and Joshua and all saw them, and it's the same Nephilim from Genesis, where did they come from? Everybody who died in the flood. That means there had to have been someone on the boat, on Noah's Ark, right? And if that's the case, then it's either one of Shem, Ham, and Japheth's wives. And if that's the case, then what about the kids? I mean, what about their kids, right? So that means everybody's blood is tainted. So then what bloodline are you trying to keep pure, if that theory is true? So that's why, I don't know if I can buy into that theory. But yeah, it's interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below. This is a very, there's so many theories out there. So about all this stuff, right? People can take the idea of keeping the bloodline pure in so many different directions. Why are they trying to do it? Why are they trying to do it? Are they even doing it? You know, you can interpret things in so many different ways. So let me know your thoughts about that down below in the comment section. I'd like to read about it. Read your thoughts, because it's interesting, and you know, I don't have much information on it myself. So
And Athli, of the sons of
Also, anybody who also stumbles on these videos, they can gain something from your knowledge.
Bani, Mishallam, Malach, Adiah, Jashub, Sheol, and Ramoth. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Adnah, Kilal, Benaiah, Maaseiah, Mattaniah, Bezalel, Binnui, and Manasseh. Of the sons of Harim, Eleazar, Ishijah, Malchijah, Shemaiah, Shimeon, Benjamin, Malach, and Shemariah. Of the sons of Hashem, Mattanai, Mattata, Zabad, Eliphalet, Jeremiah, Manasseh, and Shimei. Of the sons of Bani, Maadai, Amram, Uel, Benaiah, Bediah, Kelek, Benaiah, Muramoth, Eliashib, Mattaniah, Mattanai, Jaasai, Bani, Binnui, Shimei, Shelemiah, Nathan, Adiah, Machnadibai, Sheshai, Sherai, Azarel, Shelemiah, Shemariah, Shalom, Amariah, and Joseph. Of the sons of Nebo, Jeiel, Mattathiah, Zabad, Zebina, Jaddai, Joel, and Benaiah. All these had taken pagan wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children.
And so, looks like they all left. Man, that's sad. Oh, that's it. That is it. We just finished chapter 10. Okay. So, chapter 9, what am I saying? Nehemiah is next. Okay. So, I was just going to look into like the timeline from Ezra to Nehemiah, but we'll do that tomorrow. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. Yeah, it was pretty short. Tomorrow we'll jump into Nehemiah. Let me get a sneak peek of what that's about. Nehemiah prays for his people. Nehemiah sent to Judah. So Nehemiah is not in Judah right now. Ooh, okay. Okay. We're going to start building. All right. So tomorrow we'll jump into Nehemiah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. Again, let me know down in the comments section your insights. Share it with me. Share it with the other people that stumble across this video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for chapter 1 of Nehemiah. All right? Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And take care. Bye-bye.